Now, the only thing that would have made this 100% so much fucking better, guys, remember what we were looking for on oil now. We want oil to come back up and give us this retest. Right? If we would have gotten that same push, my bad, I'm getting all these messages. If we would have gotten this same push that we had on US 30 but going long on oil, and we would have had that retest of the zone. Now we still have time, right? News is at 2 o'clock, so this push could happen at any time. So we're still waiting that. US 30, I was not expecting it to move this early, but as soon as I went to turn the stream on, I was like, yo, hold on. Because we had, look, right? What were we looking for in this zone? Right? We were like, all right, cool. We could get a pullback into this zone. But why was this zone important? Because in the 5-minute, we had an engulfing green candle, or an engulfing red candle. Right? So once price came back to this zone, look how many times it was just retesting the zone. Right? It was just super simple. So now that we were here, right, I even drew this out before we turned off the stream. I was like, I want to see price pull back up, right, to respect the 800 EMA, respect the 200 EMA as well, since that's where we want to see price bounce off on. And I want to see an engulfing red candle, right? Look how many times here at the top it faked people out with fake engulfing candles, right? Until when? Until right before news, literally 12:57. Look what we got: green, green, red engulfing. The next green candle at 12:59. We had the pullback. That's the entry, right? Literally, guys, this is super simple. This is literally how simple this shit is. Right? This is a pretty bad quality stream shit fucking on Discord, but you guys get with the point. Right? So now let's do a little bit of backtesting, right? Why are we going up, right? Let's still look at what are we looking for? Red, red, green. We don't get that yet. Still making lower lows, lower highs, lower lows, right? STP was already hit. Right? So that's it. Our trade is done. Why do I have 2 entries, right? I wanted to size up. I wanted to see if my account could take it, my live account. I was able to do it, so I was good, right? So what did I do with one trade, right? I closed full on one trade on STP. The other one I moved in profit. Why is that? Overall, right? Overall, I see that we're in a downtrend. Because in the 4-hour, we had 1, 2, 3, engulfing candle 1. Lower low, lower high was the retest of this, was the initial sell that we had from yesterday here at the top. Right? That orange, small orange box you see here at the top was the initial sell for yesterday. And then here at the lower high, what did we have? Green, green, red engulfing again. Right? What was the sell and the entry for now was the retest of that. So now that we know that we have this retest, which again was here, at this point I'm just expecting price to melt and just continue to give me lower lows and lower highs. Right? In the 5-minute, even if we trade the 5-minute time frame, higher high, higher low. Right? Until where? Until here, we're like, okay, change of character. Right? Break of structure here. Now we're waiting for a clean break, but if we're just looking at the candlestick breaks, that's what we're trading for. Right? So now we use our fib in the 5-minute and we start looking at, okay, this is our high point, this is our low point. Right, and somewhere in between the 38.2 and 50% is where I want to see price give me the turnaround, right? Which is where exactly in the 1-minute it lines up with the previous lower low, lower high as well in the 1-minute time frame. Right, so that's how I'm sizing this up now. So if we could look for another entry to keep going down after our STP was hit, right, which is this line here, which was our first TP of the day, we know price could go down. But I want to see price either respect the 23.6. If we could get an engulfing red candle here, then perfect. We could get a 23.6 retracement. If not, I'm initially waiting for a 32.8 or a 50%. And that's where I want to see the same entry we had up here, the same engulfing red candle. I want to see that same pattern happen somewhere here. So until then, there's no more, right? We just got to wait it out. Or I want to see a green engulfing candle so I could get out of my second entry. Right? So keep that in mind. And oil, remember, we're still wanting to see price come up here. And what's an engulfing green candle? I want to see red, red, green. If we don't get red, red, green, then this is just, again, just a trend making lower lows, lower highs, lower lows, lower highs. Unless we get, obviously, or like this, for example, an engulfing green candle going crazy. So let's wait it out and see what price wants to do. Regardless, our stop loss is already in profit. So if this ends up going the other way, then again, it's all good. Here on oil, we had red, red, green, but again, this red, red, green is in the middle of the trend, and it's also green. It doesn't have a top wick, so again, it's all good. This could just be a little pullback. There's no engulfing, real engulfing candles, so we're still waiting it out, waiting to see what price wants to do. Regardless, I want to see price reacting this way. Why? Right, because if we go to MT4, I'm pretty sure we'll see gaps in the 1 minute time frame. So we're still waiting it out. Right? Still no entries. I'm still waiting. Unless again, well, this candle doesn't have a top wick, so this engulfing red wouldn't work if it went below here. So we're still waiting. Green, red, still chilling. Again, what are we looking for? We're looking for either green, green, red engulfing, right? Or we're looking for price to give us an engulfing, a green, green, red, or a red, red, green, right? To either continue the trend going up to give us a pullback, or for us to continue going down, right? Oil, we're looking for the pullback, right? We have a gap here, and we have a green, green, red engulfing. So at this point, I do want to see price continue to trend up a little bit more before we could get an entry. And is lining up right with the news that's coming up. So we still have a little bit more to go. These two greens, right? We don't have an engulfing red candle yet. Still waiting. So still no entry on oil, still no entry on US 30 again. If we want to look for another entry going short, can that happen? I know somebody had that question earlier today, right? Can it happen? It can. right? Will it happen? We don't know, right? What I know for sure that was gonna happen today was STP was gonna get hit, right? And I knew where price was gonna take, where news is gonna take price was dependent on whether or not we were gonna break this internal structure or not. And we didn't. We got the candlesticks that we needed to go down, and we did exactly that. And we hit STP, right? When it hits STP, this is where we want to see price slow down or turn around, right? Again, in this case of US 30, today's a weird day because we are at the top of the 4-hour zone. So this is where I want to start seeing price start going down. If we were going to start trending down to start going down, down, down to cover this 30-minute gap down here, this is the entry we want to take, right? But our confirmation that this is going to continue to trend down will be when a candle closes below this 4-hour zone. Until then, there's really no confirmation for us, right? Until then, right now, we're strictly following candlestick analysis, and market structure, which is if you start seeing price trending up when it gets into your zone, you look for price going up to start trending into your zone, right? So I'm literally just I'm trading from zone to zone. This is how I got my first account, my first 10K attempt on funding pips taken before they changed the rule. Literally, it was like a couple days after, right? I took a trade on US 30 going long. Couple minutes pass. I take another trade going short after after I cashed this one out, and after I took profit on this one, they sent me an email. You can't open and trade going separate ways. And then a couple days later they changed the rule. So it was like fuck, right? So this is what we're doing. We're literally just trading from zone to zone. From our top to the zone to the bottom of the zone. Right? So again, here on US 30, at this point I'm looking for either green green red or red red green. I want to see an engulfing candle, or I want to see what we're seeing now, right? A little change of character in the internal structure. We went from lower low, lower high, lower low to lower low, higher high, higher low. Right? Still respecting the external structure, which is still from this high now to this low, right? Because this isn't a significant pullback here in the 1-minute time frame. And ultimately, if we want to see price continuing to trend down, we'd be looking for our next TP, right, to be here at the low of the ADR, which is just a complete move for the day at 378 pips. So, again, with that being the case, we have 8 minutes left before the next 30-minute candle. Ultimately as well, I would like to see this 30-minute candle. I would want to start seeing price trend down to close down here somewhere. In the 30-minute candle. So the next 8 candles in the 1-minute time frame, I want to start seeing them close down here. If we see that, we could look for price to continue trending down. Crazy, bro. I said everybody, yo, join up in the Discord at 1 o'clock. We're most likely gonna get a move. I turned the stream on at 12:55. I know there's a delay on the stream, but it just sucks, man. Like, I want people to start eating, man. I need people to start locking in. This trading shit is fun, man, but when you have a group of people, it's just a lot more fun. Muhammad with a nice Euro USD trade. Alright, let's go to Euro USD real quick, right? The shorts were easy claps, right? We understood the assignment, right? What are we looking for, right? It's easy, right? Not only in the one, you got this shit everywhere. Red, green, green, red, perfect, easy trade, right? Exactly, to go straight to the, because we understood again. We understand we're at the middle of the zone. Right, we have this 30-minute gap, bro. There's no way we don't fill that, right? There's no way. There's no way. There's just too much at stake. There's too much at stake at that price for price not to reach that zone, if that makes any sense. I want to see, does the chat even work? Are we even live? Facts, dude. That's gonna be the fucking issue. What if we're on unlisted? Oh man, because I know I fucked up my rules. No, we're public. Okay, cool. Oh, I was about to yell. I was about to have a panic attack. No, we're good. We're live, guys. Okay. We're good, man. Gotta learn how to use all this shit. Alright, so here we're still looking again. Red, red, green, or green, green, red. Right now, no engulfing is just internal structure is just making higher highs and higher lows now. Right, again, still that's what we want to see. Almost fucked up. Right, we want to see price give us that type of movement, right? Or green, green, red, right? Do we have green, green, red? No. Or red, red, green? No. So price here on oil, I'm still expecting it to just range for a little bit, but again, I am expecting oil to give me this push to the top side. So we could get an entry up here, then go short. US 30 again, US 30, I'm expecting it to respect. At this point, it's such a big zone, right? The 78, the 61.8, 78.6 looks like the most looks like the place to be, but also I don't want to forget, right? We remember we also had the break of the low happen. Oh, okay, that break of the low retest already happened. Right, we already went through that, right? It broke. Right, we had a red here at the top, my bad, red. Close below. This next 30-minute candle is gonna be interesting. I want to see something. In the 1 hour, how do we look? We have a green, green, red. We had that retest of it. Then we have another green, green. Oh shit! Here we go. This is gonna get interesting. So let's start cleaning up the chart now. I don't wanna delete any lines. I'm gonna be honest with you, because I like keeping shit from the past. So this is gonna get interesting here. So look, we have, oh, but it doesn't. This green doesn't have a bottom wick. So you see, that's where it doesn't really matter. And then there we had a green, green, red, right? We already know we closed under there. We're just gonna get another pullback. We could get another pullback into the zone. We already got it though. Literally, like now we're just waiting for just the continuations, right? Because if I was gonna say, oh, in the 1 hour we have this, right? Which we do, right? Look, and in the 1 hour we have a green, green, red. So like if we wait another 32 minutes and this closes under here, then we could say, oh shit, it went under, there's an engulfing. But this green candle doesn't have a bottom wick, so there's no strength to it, right? So since there's no strength to that candle, it's not a true engulfing, like a true engulfing break. So with that being said, like can now that I saw that in the 1 hour, is there a possibility that we might be turning around? That's what I'm gonna be looking for now. I'm gonna be looking for a red, red, green, right? We have a red, red, green here, but it's at the top of the zone, and we could already see price disrespected that, right? And in 2 minutes, I mean, there's no way price is gonna spike up in 2 minutes and close above that. But again, it's not a true. It wouldn't be a true one anyway, because we don't have a bottom wick on that red candle. So regardless, we keep looking at it in the 1 minute. Again, we know internal structure is still making lower low, lower high, lower low, higher high, higher low, right? And right now we're still in this high, right? And here we're looking for either green, green, red. We're looking for a green, green, red to develop, and we haven't gotten that yet. Or we're looking for a red, red, green to develop. Right, so again, we're either looking for an engulfing red or an engulfing green. And oil, yes, we're looking for oil to push up into our gap up here. So again, we're either looking for a green, green, red or a red, red, green, and we haven't gotten any of that yet. Right now, internal structure, right? We have lower low, lower high, lower low, high, low, change of character, higher high, higher low, break of structure, higher high, right? Can we see price doing what we drew out earlier on US 30 but inverted before we caught the trade going short? We see price making this type of structure. We know we could catch this trade going long from here to here, right? And we know that we could trade from here to here. We know we could catch this trade from here to here. And then this is where we want to start seeing price turn around, and this is where we want to see the engulfing candle happen. We could get in a trade there and there to continue going down. I hope that makes sense, guys. Like, I really do, right? Push 1, push 2, push 3, and then this is the turnaround to go down. Like, this is what I'm gonna keep on the screen here. Because again, the same thing that we see here is the same thing we saw here. And I even drew it out with the path line. Right? It's the exact same thing. So then again here I want to see a green, green, red. We haven't gotten that. So still waiting, but it's making internal structure what we want to see. Right? It's confusing traders. It's making everybody believe, oh, this is that trade where it goes down like crazy and we're gonna go up like crazy again. Like, no, let's continue to follow structure. Right? What makes sense? Right? What makes sense to us? Does it make sense that price is gonna continue to just melt, or does it make sense that price is gonna give us some sort of pullback before we continue the actual trend of the day? Right now here on the pullback, notice we have a red, 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 green. Just keep it in mind, just keep it in mind. Not only did we have the red, red, green, but we had what? The retest. Let's come back to it in a couple seconds. We could look for the entry. Right, and then here we have higher high, higher low, higher high, waiting to see. Well, not even higher high, right? We have the equal highs, or you could say there's a lower high. Just looking at the candle closures, but it all closed in the same spot. So I'm gonna say there's the equal high, right? Saying if this is one to break below, it's gonna make lower low, right? But right now it's made a higher high, or my bad, a higher low. Sorry about that. Ooga, ooga. So here we add red, red, green, red, red, green, no engulfing, right? So now we have green, green. Right, let's look at something. Whoa, 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 whoa. Come on, bro. Please go. Please. Please give me a fucking entry up here, man. Please, I beg. Please, man. Please. Let me start deleting the drawings, man. Yo, yo, yo. What's up, my brother? My bad. Yeah, I was just looking at my charts on my phone. What's up? Can you hear me? Let me know if you can hear me. Not much, just chilling. Yeah, kind of hard, but congratulations on that trade you took, man. Super easy trade, man. Right? I will add on. I will add on. Right? Super easy trade. Oh no, that was literally perfect. Right? Perfect trade. There's nothing to add on to that. Literally, it was perfect. Um, yeah, yep, I saw it. Yeah, I was calling that out. I was on the stream earlier. I was like, bro, some EU sells at least to go back to the bottom. Now, the only thing is I would want it to go back all the way down to the bottom to where that all the way to the gap that's at the bottom that we were talking about earlier and yesterday last night. But I don't know. Let's see where it goes. I mean, I'm a focus just on these two, US 30 and oil, so I don't miss any type of moves that I want to see. With speaking about that, yo, let me go to the bathroom before news starts to hit. I'll be right back. Missed one on GJ though. Yeah, there is a few pairs that we missed today. Like a few entries that would have paid out really good. Um, but at some times of the stream when I was should have been looking at the charts, I was looking at the chat. I was answering questions, going over different things, and then kind of forgot. Hey, look at the chart, and we missed the entry and shit. So there was a few trades today that we definitely could have taken and we would have taken. That we would have secured a few pips. Um, Definitely would have been a way better trade than the one we took on US 30. We would have taken it at the top. But it's all good. Like I was saying that earlier, right? Like it's part of the game, right? It's never a missed opportunity because there's always gonna be that opportunity will always present itself, right? It's just about were you present in the chart? Did you catch the trade, right? It's all about that. But it is what it is. This is where again it's just about patience, discipline. The trades we didn't catch, just think about it, right? Like the trades we didn't catch at the beginning of the month, right? It today itself paid all of that out. Literally today itself with all the trades that and we'll go over it by the end of the day. I'll do it before I turn the stream off. We'll calculate all the trades for today itself and all the trades we would have taken, and giving the reasons why, right? Because we were doing it live too. So it's like not only did we miss the trades, we missed them live while I was giving the explanations as to why we should take it. Right? So it's not like, it's not like we're going back and doing back testing and being like, "Oh, this is why we should have entered." Like, no, we know why. We had the markup, we just missed it. So, we'll go over it today and we'll see how many pips we would have had all day. So, we have 20 minutes left for news. At this point, if this gap doesn't if this gap isn't filled by the time 2 p.m. hits, I'm expecting news to spike price and then go down. I'm expecting this from news. I also want to be consistent with looking at US 30. Green, green, red. No, red, red, green. No. So still just internal structure. We're just playing around and just trapping traders, making everybody confused. Is this pair something you could catch now? It's not my favorite to catch the trends after the fact. Like I always say, I love catching trades at the top. Um, the continuations, especially the continuations after the middle play, is just it's foul, right? The initial entry that we would have had, right? We have it marked here and is the exact same reason as we took this trade. As you can see, it's the same markups and everything. This trade was the one before NYC Open where I was going through all the shit that we were talking about. So this entire move, which is literally the high of the day, by the way, this is the highest point in the market today, right? So just be aware of that. We would have caught 100% of the move today, risking fucking our STR, our stop loss was up here at 8 pips to catch 200 and fucking whatever STP was, 273 I think it was, right? So we caught 159, but it's all good. Remember, I still have a trade open, so I'm still expecting this to go lower and lower. Oil, come on, man, give me a higher low here in the internal structure, right? We had lower low, lower high, lower low, high, low, higher high, higher low, higher high. So technically speaking, right, we're looking at this, you're like, oh, isn't this a red, red, green? Yes, right? This is how we want it to look, but it doesn't have, the first red candle doesn't have a top wick, the second red candle doesn't have a bottom wick, and the green candle that made the engulfing doesn't have a top wick. Now, can this still hold, and can price still hold this higher high, higher low, and continue to go up? Yeah, absolutely, and that's what I'm expecting price to do. But will I look for a trade here to get this pullback up to the top? Nah, because there's still a possibility that, again, since this isn't a strong engulfing candle, right, and we're 20 minutes into or before news, there's always a possibility that this internal structure doesn't have to hold, and this is where we're gonna just start seeing price make the internal higher high, higher low, higher high, and this is where we start seeing lower low, lower high, lower low, lower high, lower low, lower high, right? So we'll put it in a box, right? Just keep aware of this zone. If this zone is disrespected, meaning if price goes under the zone, we'll change this to another color since I don't want to confuse myself. We'll change it to like baby blue. If price goes below, then we know price is just going to continue to go down. Are we looking for, at this point, if price goes like that, I'm not looking for an entry. I'm only looking for an entry on oil if it goes up here. This is the only way. US 30 not for me, sent it on Discord. Can you check it later? Yeah, I could check it right now actually. Why do you say US 30 is not for you? Why didn't it retest? GJ. Alright, yeah, let's talk about that. Well, I'll enter now. Give me a few minutes. Let's so because I don't want to lose my train of thought on oil and US 30 right now. But I won't forget what trade that was at GJ. I just want to take a look at it. What time is it? 1:43. We still got time. Alright, hold on. We still got time. I have an alert on oil. I'm only looking for a trade if it goes up, and US 30 is I have my trades in profit anyway. What time frame were you on? Let's look real quick. We'll go over it right now. You were on the 1 hour time frame, but you were looking for a retest of. Damn, hold on, I'm confused. Where is this in the 1 hour time frame? Or is this in the daily time frame? I'm confused at what time frame you're on. My bad, my brother. The 1 minute? Okay, hold on. see. US 30. I just want to keep I want to keep an eye on US 30 and US oil real quick. My bad. Um, let me see. GJ in the 1 minute. Why didn't it retest? So you have lower low, lower high, lower low, high, change of character, low, boom, retest. We had a BOS. Let me keep the. I can't see the chat real quick. So then you have. What I'm looking at here is this down here. So this is what you zoomed in at. So you're saying, okay, we got back down to the low, right? Why didn't price retest the bottom before going up? So down here, right, the first thing I want to look for is the internal, right? Do we have a red, green, any engulfing here, right? We don't, right? We just have price giving strictly just internal, higher high, higher low. And then here we have a red, green, internal, but it's not a real engulfing. We're just following higher high, higher low, and higher high, right? Technically, right, we're not gonna, it didn't retest down here because there's nothing to retest, right? Because we're trading between this low and this high at one point, right? And then this high breaks. So the retest is going to be somewhere, right, in this zone. But we did get the retest here, right? We had the BOS. After the break of structure happened, we had the retest right here. So the entry for this would have been here, and then your stop loss would be down here. Right, because you had this break, which then gave you this low and this high, and then the retest. So yeah, it did give you, it didn't give you a retest all the way to the bottom because there was no trend, there was no structure there at the bottom, if that makes any sense, right? So since there was no structure, there was nothing to retest. Remember, take a look at the drawing. Take a look at the drawing. Following structure, right? Higher high, higher low, higher high. No real engulfing. So we had the last red candle before the push, and then here we want to see price give us again just that little push to the top, and then here we want to see a green, green, red. We don't have any of that. Or a red, red, green to start going up. We don't have any of that. So right now we're just still trading between the whatever these are called, the Fibonacci's. My fucking neck hurts, man. It's because I'm slouching. I will send it. Yeah, send this, man. Go ahead. And what time frame were you on? Right, because again, in the internal, right, the reason why we don't get a pullback to the first place where you said, right, which is down here, right, is because that was already lower low, lower high, lower low, higher high, higher low, higher high. But either way, right, either way, take a look at something as well. Remember the overall trend that we're trying to reach, right? Overall, we're looking at this change of character here that happens. So if we go even to a lower time frame, this is the retest of the internal structure. So this is why we didn't get it. That a steeper pullback was because this was the retest of the zone over here. Low, high, higher, low. Previous resistance turned to support into 15-minute, yeah. But it was just because of this here. Yeah. No, I know. I have them open here. It's all good. It's 150. Hey, chill out. I have my lure here for oil. Like I said, the only way I take a trade here is if price goes back up here, and I have my alert on for that. And then US 30, I'm in the trade still, so there's still, I'm still good. My trade's already in profit as well, so I'm just still, my stop loss is in profit, so I'm good. Just waiting to see what price wants to do on oil. Pretty much is the only one I'm still looking for re-entry or for an entry. I want to see price cover the gap, go into our retest of the previous engulfing candle. So once we do that, that'll be game over for them. Remember what I was saying about this 4 hour candle, right? This 4 hour zone. If I see that 30 minute, if this 30, I'm telling you guys right now, if this 30-minute candle closes below this zone, this is by far going to be the best. Again, this could have been a way better trade, right, up here. But if this candle closes below this 4 hour trade, this is by far the best trade I've taken. I'm lying. That first US 30 trade I took a couple of weeks ago, the same one Q Banks took, that was the best trade of the year. This trade would have topped it by far. This trade would have topped it. This trade was good because it was less stop loss than the one that I had with the Q Banks one. But this is same principle, man. That's why, bro, oil, I need you to stop fucking around, man. I really didn't want to have to enter during news, because I don't know how spreads are gonna be. And if this fucking spikes up, I want price to, dude. If it gives me this entry up here, I'm telling you guys right now, I'm gonna start fucking crying. Yeah, man. Again, the first zone was tapped, right? The first zone was tapped. Now we want that fucking, the confirmation of that was this, and now we want the retest of the confirmation. Yo, this guy fucking, his batteries are full, man. Crazy. So let's see what price wants to do here in 3 minutes. One minute for this 30-minute candle to close, man. I'm telling you guys, if this 30-minute closes below this 4 hour zone, expect something crazy to happen. Closed under. Let's see what price wants to do. Exactly what I said. That fucking price closes under, man. Expect that wick. Expect some crazy shit to happen. Oh, yo, bro, I need you to fucking go up. Come on, I need you to stop playing already. Go up, cover that gap. Let me get that entry at the top, man. Please, please, oil, please. I beg of you. Yeah, man. I need to learn how oil moves, but if it moves the exact same way, move. Keep going. Go up. GG. Yeah, nah, man. US 30 is perfect right now. US 30 is perfect. exposure below the zone. Perfect. We'll probably get another pullback before price pushes down. Oil, damn man, oil's not gonna give me the entry, bro. GG's to the oil. I was really expecting price to do something for this fucking Mr. Powell guy who likes to talk so much, but nothing, bro. This guy just talks a lot. Damn it. Damn, bro. I was really excited for this oil trade. I was like really excited for it. I was like, ah, bro, if we go up to this fucking, it just looked too perfect. You know what I mean? Like leaving behind a 1 minute gap and that engulfing candle, it looked way too perfect, right? Can it still happen, bro? I'm hoping, right? But hope isn't a plan. But let's keep following structure nonetheless, right? So lower low, high, right? We still, we're still there. And then boom, higher high, higher low, higher high. So that now, right now we know this low was disrespected, right? But the change of character low, we're still in that zone. Regardless, we don't have a engulfing candle anywhere, to be like, oh, this is gonna be a retest or anything like that. So oil is just moving flat right now. Oil is just moving with volume. So this one was strictly just price action, right? If you're following price action, nothing crazy with the candlestick patterns in the 1 minute, just strictly just where you should enter and where you should exit, right? US oil is following that. So right, it never gave us the aggressive entry here, right? Because it opened with a gap and it just continued to trend down. It never gave us a retest, never gave us none of that. So this is why I'm still expecting oil to come up before we continue the trend going down, which again, at this point, right, it was either news that was going to push it up or it was going to be strictly just following, push 1, push 2 to make push 3 to then, see the change of character happen here. But again, that's just way too picture perfect for the market makers to make that type of move, right? So, and then again, looking at US 30, we're just going to continue to look at it until price just stops. So the fact that we now closed again below the 4-hour zone in the 4-hour time frame, right? And if we go to the 30-minute, the fact that we closed below the zone again, right, it's a super big thing, right? Because now that really tells us, okay, maybe, we were moving like crazy. If we go to the 4-hour time frame, right, let's take out a lot of these lines so we're not confused at what we're looking at. Let's finish off the 15, right? If we look at where we're at in the 4-hour, we had lower low, lower high, lower low, higher high, thinking we had a change of character to continue going up, but then we went all the way down again, gave us a change of character going down. So now we thought we were going to continue to go down, but then what happened? Price went all the way up again, right? In this move, right, we're looking at US 30 to cover the, oh shit, I'm like looking at the gaps and shit, like where are they? We're looking to cover this gap here at the bottom and this gap here at the top. And overall, we're in a downtrend. In the overall pattern, we're in a downtrend, right? We're in level 2 drop. We're in A1, right? But we also know that the internal structures, right, going into the 4-hour, we're still following higher highs and higher lows. So still knowing that we're trading between this low down here and this high, price could always just range here, and we're just not ready to go in either direction. We're just following market structure, if that makes any sense. So here's what we'll keep this at. And then oil, like I said, oil, I still want oil to go up, right? There's no entry on oil until we cover this up here. And if we never cover it, then no trade until then. Again, at least for me, because all I'm looking for is a 3rd-day low, right? My first point of interest, which is the retest of the 30-minute zone. Did we get that? Yeah. So, does it have to follow every single rule every single time? No. It could always follow 1 out of 2 rules, 1 out of 3 rules. So, nonetheless, we'll just keep looking at this. Give me 1 second, I'll be right back. Alright guys, unless you guys have any other questions, this is pretty much gonna do it for me, man. We're at these lows. We have green or red green, but that red doesn't have a top wick, so still waiting, man. Unless you guys have any other questions, that's gonna do it for me. Good catches today. If anything, we'll be back again in the Vice channel at 7 p.m. doing our isolation class, so make sure you guys hop in on that. And yeah, see you guys later.